let's start with the discussion about how not every single video is made specifically for you. And the reason I want to discuss this is I got a comment on one of my podcastage videos. That video is "No one cares about your audio gear, diminishing returns on microphones." And the comment read, "Lol, you're talking about podcasters. There's much more to the world of recording than podcasters." That may not be the most fair interpretation or the most charitable interpretation on how this individual sounds, but when I read a comment like that, that is how I'm interpreting it. The reason that I put out the "No one cares about your audio gear" video was for a couple of reasons. First is right there in the title. I wanted to discuss, explore, and demonstrate the idea of diminishing returns with microphones because that is incredibly important to understand. You may be spending $1,000 more. That doesn't mean you're going to be getting 10x the quality. You may be paying $500 to get a 1% increase in performance. So the idea of diminishing returns is incredibly important to know. And also, you should not be buying gear to impress other people. You ought to be buying gear to solve a problem in your studio. You should be buying gear because it serves a purpose for what you're recording. You should be buying a microphone or a preamp or anything because you like it. You enjoy how it sounds. It's going to improve your production. And if it doesn't put you into debt, I will scream that from the mountaintop until the day I die. You should not go into debt to buy audio gear. End of story. Period. Exclamation point. Don't do it. Also, I understand completely that there are people who do care about audio gear. Stating "no one cares about audio gear" is obviously hyperbole. It's meant to catch your attention. It's meant to get you to click on the video. I don't think it is inherently misleading, but at the same time, I understand there are some people who care about audio gear. The reason I know that, you're looking at one of them. When I see a microphone in a TV show, in a movie, when I see a podcast, when I see any video where you can see a microphone, my immediate goal or my immediate compulsion, I will call it a compulsion, is to pause it, screenshot it, and identify it. I need to know what they're using because that is just fascinating to me. I just enjoy that. So some people do care about audio gear, but you shouldn't be buying gear to appease those people. You shouldn't be buying gear to impress those people. It's also important to note that the vast majority of people who care about recording, maybe they run studios, maybe they run podcasts or YouTube videos or streams or anything, and they do actually enjoy audio gear, the vast majority of us will not shame you for using affordable gear because we understand. If you get a piece of gear, if you understand it, if you set it up properly, and you have a good starting sound source, you can get a good sounding recording out of almost any microphone. There will be some exceptions, don't get me wrong, but with most microphones, you can get a decent recording, and us audio enthusiasts don't give a heck what gear you're using as long as you are within your budget, you're not overextending yourself, and you are using it properly and getting a decent recording, which you can do with most gear. I understand that was an incredibly long introduction, and I just kind of recapped that entire video, but now I want to respond to this comment more directly. I do not believe that a video covering diminishing returns on microphones is exclusive to podcasters. I think that applies to every single recording area out there, whether it be podcasting, YouTube videos, live streaming, music recording, boom operation. I believe that diminishing returns are observable in every single one of those categories. So on that front, I disagree completely. Diminishing returns exist in every single category of product out there. Everywhere. Name one category of product where that doesn't exist. As far as nobody caring about your audio gear, again, I think that should apply to every single arena of recording. Most podcasters, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, audio engineers do not care about the gear that you're using. They care about the end product. If I gave a brand new recording engineer a U67 and said, make a great recording, chances are it would sound kind of bad because everybody's first recording sucks. Unless you're some kind of genie. I don't know any genies, but maybe there are some. If I were to give a really solid, established recording engineer a $100 SM57, that recording is likely to sound great because they know the gear they are using, they know how to use it, they know that the starting sound source is the most important, and they will get a great sounding recording. Now, if I gave them a $7,000 microphone, that recording may be a little bit easier for them. It may be slightly better in the end product, but most people don't care. They understand that gear is just a tool. It's not a status symbol. So I think in every non-pretentious area of recording, nobody really cares about the gear that you're using. They care about the end product. The second thing that I wanted to respond to is, hey, bud, you ripped my paper, you dick. But also, hey, bud, not every video is made for you. Let's say the video that was commented on was made specifically for podcasters. So what? Why is that a lulz moment? Why is that a, oh, I need to point out that there are other areas of recording? Is that really necessary? Everybody knows there are other areas of recording outside of podcasting. They know there are audiobooks, there's sound for film and TV, there are music studios, there are live streamers, there are YouTube videos, there's corporate video audio. There are so many different arenas of recording. Everybody knows that. You wouldn't go to maybe you would go to a Review Bra video where he is talking about the latest Burger King hamburger and say, oh, lulz, did you know there are other places other than Burger King? McDonald's exists, duh. Maybe you would. But I am being so uncharitable right now. I am just being a jerk. But I think that's a silly thing to say. You're pointing out the obvious. Who cares if a video is made for a specific group of people? The idea that if you click on a video discussing topic X, Y, or Z, and it is focused on one small group of people and it doesn't apply to you, go on about your day. Move on. Move forward. Go find a video that meets exactly what you're looking for, because not every single video out there, not every single piece of content that has ever been created is tailored to your needs, is tailored to what you want. That would be a horrible world for everybody else to live in. If everything was made for you, everything is made to meet your expectations and deliver exactly what you're searching for, that would be awful for everybody else in the world. It would be miserable because what about us? What about us podcasters? What about us Twitch streamers? What about us live streamers? What about us corporate video people? So I think it's very silly. I think one of two things could be happening in a situation like this where somebody says, hey, this video isn't exactly what I wanted. Number one, perhaps you're just trying to get a rise out of me or a rise out of whoever you're commenting on. In this case, good job. I did it. I took the bait. But also, thank you for the content. I found this to be an interesting topic. Or two, you have such a self-centered view of the world that you truly believe that everything that you click on should be exactly what you want, or it is a slight against you. It is a waste of your time because people didn't bend over backwards to cater to your every beck and whim and desire. Maybe that's it. That's a much more cynical way to think about it. I don't know which of those it is. So I want to wrap this up by giving a disclaimer to every single YouTuber, podcaster, content creator, whatever. It is okay to make a piece of content that is tailored to a specific group of people and solving a specific problem. You do not need to try to appease the entire world with everything that you do, because that is obviously an impossibility. And no matter what you do, you're going to have people telling you what a stupid fat idiot you are, you have wasted their time, and you should burn in hell. No matter no matter how good the video is, no matter how well researched, and no matter how much work you put into it, you are still the problem. So make a video that you set out to make. Solve the problems that you want to solve and cater to the people that you want to cater to, and don't give a heck about people like this because they have a silly worldview.